That was Daybreak Sports with Boluwaji Ogumola. The show is still Daybreak Live right here on Dominion Television, your channel of choice. Don't forget, you can keep the conversation going by linking up with us on all social media platforms. On YouTube, make sure you subscribe to that channel. Drop your comment there, and we are definitely going to read them. It is at Dominion Broadcast. And on also social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, it is at Dominion Broadcast. And on X, formerly Twitter, it is at Dominion Cast. All right, you can also watch us live on our website, www.dominion.org.ng. I see you have with me in the studio this morning, Yemi Adela Kunwuta. We'll be doing justice to trending stories on social media, and this is Trend Watch.
Exactly, as you have with me in the studio this morning, Samson Balubu.
Okay, well done, well done, well done. Okay, no problem.
All right, on Trend Watch today, we have quite a number of interesting stories. The first one is talking about an actress, Anita Joseph.
Yeah.
You know, she replied a follower who told her to get surgery instead of using waist trainers to cinch our waist.
I mean, see, sometimes people really need to know where to stop. I mean, you should know your boundaries.
Exactly.
There are some things that really do not concern you. This is how people pressure other people to do things they wouldn't want to do ordinarily.
I thought there was a lady, I don't know, about a few years ago, she actually did a surgery and then there were serious complications and she died.
She died. I mean, this is how they bully people on social media, and eventually they will end up doing what they really do not want to do. And then talking about her, she actually gave, you know, a frantic reply saying, see, look.
This person made the wrong
The first thing she said is, the question is, Auntie, close your eyes and do surgery than stuffing yourself in a waist trainer. And then she replied and said, God forbid. Now, so your generation don't like good things. You think I wear waist cinchers every day in my life? Jealous? I mean, this actually boils down to jealousy. With this curved body God gave me, now you need surgery. Your heart, waist, tummy, and mouth. Need I remind you or educate you that BBL doers or waiting still buy, I mean, some of them, do they still buy waist trainers? I mean, people who actually underwent the surgery.
Yes.
Do they still need waist trainers?
I think they have to maintain the body after the surgery.
Then what's the point in going under the knife? Why not use waist trainer in the first place? Why go under the knife when you know you are still going to go through the stress and the pain of, you know, putting on waist trainer for a particular period of time?
I think talking about this issue, we have different categories of people. There are some persons, they are so secure about their body, whether they are slim, whether they are thick, they don't care. And I think Anita Joseph belongs to this category. But there are some persons, a little bit pressure can actually make them to say, okay, let me go and borrow money to go and do BP. Some people don't even have the money, but they try and gather money, you know. But some persons, they have the money and then they go to the best hospitals and then they get a surgery. But I feel like do not, you know, put pressure on people unnecessarily about what they should do or
just
what
just know your bus stop.
Exactly.
You don't say to
if
people.
It works for you, you are okay with the way you look. Let no one tell you don't look okay.
Some you like something doesn't mean the other person standing next to you, even your brother or sister, doesn't mean they are going to like the same thing as you do.
Exactly.
And then I feel like people really need to understand how important it is to feel good in their own skin. You know, whatever it is, the way you look, I think it's okay. It's fine to actually look for ways to enhance, but then going extra mile, doing things that might actually end up being a problem for you, it should not be the order of the day. And I think we are having so many people who are actually doing I think Uche Ogbodo too recently went under the knife.
A lot of celebrities.
She could barely walk when she came back. I mean, why go?
It's always a stress. So, I mean, for the first few months, going by the things I've seen online when they post, and then looking at this comment, is actually coming from a lady. I mean, I understand when some men try to pressure some ladies, like, go and do this same. But then a lady, really, you should understand better that if a lady wants to be the way she is, I mean, let her be.
Natural is okay.
Let her be.
I mean, God has a way, has a reason for making you who you are. So why put yourself under unnecessary pressure? Well, it's actually your choice to be under pressure. I've seen celebrities disable their comment section when they felt it was too toxic for them and they couldn't, you know, cope. Some
persons don't even respond.
They don't even respond.
They don't respond.
And that should be something people should emulate. You don't necessarily have to read all comments. As long as if they are fine, yes, you can go through them. But if they are toxic and then they can push you into depression or make you do things you really wouldn't do on a good day, please just stay off.
Click on the block button.
Block button straight up.
That are giving you issues.
That should not give you a headache. Let's take the comments here. Goody Bay says Goody Bay says you people should learn to keep your opinions, especially about other people's bodies, to yourself. I mean, that's just it.
Exactly. And then I have another comment here from I am Wendy, saying, now them go still drag if the surgery didn't go well. Just like I said, I don't want to mention some names because I've seen some celebrities that actually did this surgery. And when they post pictures,
it's one-sided, you know. I mean, the election on both sides were not evenly distributed.
Can you say
it was
in a way that
lopsided.
it's not so obvious?
I mean,
because I've seen when they post pictures, people will be like, seriously, this thing is not balanced. And like, people are so concerned about people's life. You even have to look at it and see that it's not balanced.
That's the exact meaning of when they say life no balance.
Hey. Don't leave me.
Okay. She's Precious says, so every female celebrity is meant to undergo surgery. I mean, seriously, that's just it.
I mean, we have a lot of celebrities that decided not to do anything surgery, and they look good.
They are good the way they look, and they don't really want to do any body enhancement to feel better. See, going under the knife to massage somebody else's ego, I think it's not worth it.
Because at the end of the day, the person will still find another person that is looking.
They'll push you to do things you don't want to do, and you realize they don't even like you anymore. They like someone else. So the ball is in your court to decide what to do. And Baba is in the news this morning.
Yeah, I watched the video yesterday, and I was talking about this. Oh, I am terribly sad and angry. You know, the singer Baba reacts to the brutal killings in his home state, Benue State, and a lot of persons actually dropped their comment under the video. What you think? I just feel like he's trying to, you know, sympathize, I mean, with the families of people that have died, I mean, in that incident, because I saw a picture of a young girl about 14 to 15 years, I'm just guessing now, and then I heard that she died not up to 24 hours when she took that picture. That is sad. Very
sad. I mean, it's when you look at it's just a gory sight. There are pictures you wouldn't want to see again. And to some of us, to some people, it might be just a picture on social media, and then you send your condolences on social media. Yes, but to some people, it's their day-to-day life. That's what they wake up and see every day. I mean, it's really disastrous, and I feel like it's not out of place for a person who is actually from one of these communities to come out and say, look, this is exactly. If he doesn't stay there, does not mean he cannot be compassionate. He cannot feel for them the way, because whether he likes it or not, there is no way you can migrate every member of your family from a particular community. You will still have people who are connected to you in one way or the other who are still there. So it means that at one point or the other, if Two-Face comes out and says, look, I feel bad about the current situation in my community, I think people should just understand, because in the comment section, people were negative, people were positive.
That's normal.
And that's normal. And for him, I think he's just one of the celebrities who really do not care about what people have to say. Don't forget, recently...
And he doesn't even speak much.
He doesn't even speak much. And he doesn't care about what people have to say. Recently, he divorced his wife, got a new one, and people have said so much, and well, he still came out and said, whether you like it or not, I don't do what I want to do. What you want to talk, really no concern. So, for that kind of person, I think he should be a little bit more vocal, maybe talk more, engage people in that community and see how well it can actually help them, because they are going through a lot in those communities.
I think VDM, went to the place. I saw the video.
You saw those pictures, how houses were destroyed overnight. I mean, honestly, who does that to a fellow human being?
An entire family wiped out.
That's really serious. And I feel if the government failed to find, you know, the perpetrators of these heinous acts, I think it's an injustice on the part of the people who actually were affected by, you know, the attack. Exactly.
And I saw an headline, I think yesterday evening, that, you know, some insiders actually, you know, give information to these people. I mean,
that's the problem we are facing. In some communities, some people are actually blowing the whistles to make sure that the government actually get to do the needful even before. See, we cannot afford to be reactive. We have to be proactive, and that's the problem. In Nigeria, even the security personnel, they prefer to react. Something has happened, and then they are there. No. Why don't you do a lot of intelligence gathering, make sure that this thing does not happen at all? These attacks do not happen at all. What security apparatus or architecture have you put in place to make sure that this incessant attack do not repeat itself? This is not the first time this community has been attacked. This is probably, you know, one of the so many times. So if the government still folds you know, their hand and looking at this situation, I think it's a ticking time bomb actually.
I think I saw a comment and someone said, one of the popular, you know, politicians in Nigeria said, if the government doesn't do anything about this thing, people will resort to, you know, self-defense.
Absolutely.
But that,
I think,
don't you think that will lead to more casualties? Because
yes, it will, and you know, these are things you can't control. It's just a natural order. Someone feels helpless, feels like, okay, the government is not coming for me, coming to help me. It is my responsibility to make sure I stay alive.
That's
and
like
what do you think
saying,
such person will do?
No one is coming to save you.
So nobody's coming to save you, and that's the situation right now. Take for example a family of 4, 5, or 6 wiped out in one day. What will happen to the other families who lost 1 or 2 persons? They will be waiting patiently. If they cannot migrate from that community, they'll be waiting patiently that, well, if they come next time, it's either they lose men or we lose men. So it becomes a situation where the government might not even be able to control it, you know, when it gets out of hand. But
actually, I saw a video, I think it's a picture now, of people parking, you know, with loads moving their loads into the bus. Some persons are actually leaving the environment for good.
It's actually disheartening to see that. It's really, it dampens the morale of so many people.
Let's be safe.
Yeah, the first thing is safety. Safety is key, and the first responsibility of a government is to protect lives and properties. And if they are failed in that responsibility, the next thing for the people is to migrate or resort to self-defense.
Exactly.
I think we have a comment on this particular post.
Yes.
Says, I think that's from Main Promise. Says, and I ask, has the empathy of our leaders gone extinct? That should be extinct.
Yes, of course.
The killings and other casualties keeps repeating and increasing day by day, and yet the presidency has not addressed the nation, at least strengthening the families of the victims. Nigeria has lost the salt that makes them the giants of Africa. Well, I think the most important thing is that the government actually finds something to do about this. The president has decided to visit Benue State tomorrow. Well, we're out of time, and this will be the convenient time
look forward to positive news tomorrow.
Yeah, for tomorrow. Maybe something will happen. Yeah, this will be the convenient time to draw the curtains on today's edition of Daybreak Live on Dominion Television, your channel of choice, where inspiration meets entertainment. We say a very big thank you to everyone that has stayed glued to their phones, to their TV set, being a part of the show so far this morning. Until tomorrow, when we shall be meeting again on this show, I say, keep being safe, keep being nice out there. And of course, remember, being a champion is no mean feat. You have to be prepared, and of course, you must do the needful. Bye for now. Samson Balogun is my name.
All right, thank you for being a part of the program. Do not forget that we need to take actions when we need to. Let's speak up when we need to. Let's help the government the way we can. A better society is possible when we are ready. My name is Oluwayemi Adelakun. Same time tomorrow. Thank you for joining.